I already told you, mole man. You can't make me talk. You may as well give up now. I'll never let my secret out. What have you got there? No. My hard drive? How'd you find it? I thought I stashed that in with Lash's fan mail. Look, I only searched for those Ivy pictures for the videos, man. It was purely professional, I swear. No, don't open the Viscous folder. What do you want? Money? TF2 hats? Do you want me to turn my channel into a CS2 gambling simulator? Anything, man. Just put the hard drive down and we can talk. No, wait, don't leak it! Okay, fine. In this issue of What Your Deadlock Main Says About You, we'll be looking at some of the ghosts from the Cursed Apple, the spooky and supernatural side of this tomb of a city. And first up is my own personal demon, my main, and my greatest shame. Mo and Krill. So here we are. Time to talk about my favourite duo since Peanut Butter and Jam. The bond I have formed with this tiny chimp wielding a Tommy gun and an oversized mole fond of non-consensual hugs is strong. I've been playing this game for, let's say, just under 2 years now, and Mo and Krill have always been there for me. If you played Mo and Krill, I'm afraid to say that your frontal lobe never fully developed, friend. Or maybe it was simply never there to start with. Who knows? And who cares? You're too busy zipping around on a magic carpet and tunnelling underground at the speed of sound to give a flying fuck about what other people might think. In the early game, Mo and Krill mains will constantly walk straight towards you like a sentient truck with its brake lines cut, throwing pocket sand in your eyes, and then scurrying away like a zoomer conducting a social experiment. By the late game though, this playful nature will be replaced by a hedonistic, sinful playstyle designed by Satan himself, where Mo will scoot around the map and grab the exact same person over and over and over again, stopping them from experiencing what is colloquially termed gameplay. And holding them in place while staring deep into their soul. Mo and Krill mains have a single job: to piss off the enemy carry so much that they stick their foot through their monitor and disconnect from the match, securing an automatic win as they then brute force their way through whatever's left of the enemy team. As a Mo and Krill main, you have to be immune to bullying. You need to have the mental fortitude of a 300-year-old tortoise and the social intelligence to match. I've seen too many Mo and Krillionaires suffer at what they've brought upon themselves. You play a character everyone else hates. You shouldn't be surprised then when every enemy player stops what they're doing, locks in on your position and proceeds to run a 6-man train on you until you're 6 feet in the ground. As an ex-Mo and Krill main myself, it was a nice, simple life. Nothing was more blissful in this game than cruising around on a magic carpet without a single thought plaguing my mind, blasting Imagine Dragons from the Arcane soundtrack and grabbing an enemy dynamo mid-air just as he's about to secure play of the game. But alas, for those of us cursed with sentience, Mo and Krill are one of those duos we inevitably leave behind. Gone, but never forgot. Oh my god, get off me already!
More questions, right?
Yes.
No, that wasn't for you. Did that count as a question?
Yes.
Damn it. Only answer when I talk to you, okay?
Yes.
Why did you say okay at the end of that?
I didn't.
Graves. If MENA players are trying to see how much bloodlust they can fit in a small package, Graves mains are doing the same, except with angst and despair. Graves mains are the classmate who held back and let everyone else do the work for them. They don't understand why everyone is always mad at them, and refuse to change their ways. As a Graves main, you're out to populate this map with more skulls than the Paris catacombs, and command the dead to do your bidding, which in this case is reenacting the music video for Thriller underneath the enemy Yellow Walker. Graves mains are probably experiencing the MOBA genre for the first time through the eyes of this literal child, and what better way to start than by choosing the character who was so busted for an extended period of time that Yoshi hit her with enough nerfs to make Apollo blush. As a Graves main, you'll push your lane to the limits, trapping the enemy with well-placed, or accidentally misclicked, walls of grasping hands before breaking open your piss jar and resurrecting your dead grandma to finish off the job.
It's a lot of skulls.
This skull, that's a lot of skulls. In an ideal world, the enemy team won't even get to see you behind the endless wave of spawning Mr. Beast fanboys that you send forward like a tidal wave. There are the other Graves mains that focus everything into making their hand a breach of the Geneva Convention, and to you I say absolutely 100% you can get in the bin. I've had so many experiences with Graves mains hyperspeed drifting around the map and proceeding to fist me with the hand of God, sapping away my essence and leaving me a shelled husk in 4 seconds flat. They then proceed to say GG at the end of the game, having racked up 6 figures of player damage and wiping out anything that breathes. The audacity. On the other hand, the Graves mains on my team tend to place down their tombstone in plain sight, run into an enemy Abrams and get their head crushed like a cantaloupe, and then flame everyone in chat for not backing them up when they were 16 miles away and pushing a walker solo. The things Graves mains are capable of, good and bad, are a sight to behold, and the best part is, I never know which I'm going to get.
Sniping's a good job, mate. It's challenging work, out of doors. I guarantee you'll not go hungry, because at the end of the day, long as there's 2 people left on the planet, someone is going to want someone dead.
Vindicta. I have a friend. A friend with almost 300 hours in this game. Now, 95% of that time has been played as Vindicta. They have about 500 games played, and 450 of them have been played as this blue menace allergic to socks. For what reason? I don't know. I haven't been able to read their medical diagnosis paperwork yet. As a Vindicta main, you have a single driving purpose behind your playstyle. Put as many people 6 feet in the dirt as possible, even if this means stealing every single kill from your teammates, driving your allied Shiv into a fit of unstoppable rage as he slams his head repeatedly against the drywall. Vindicta mains will happily whip out their Barrett 50 cal like it's 2009 and you're in a 1v1 on shipment, scoping in on the enemy backliner who's made the unfortunate mistake of walking out into the open on half of their HP bar and blowing their head apart like a piñata. You exist to deal as much damage in a single shot as physically possible, blasting away with the trigger discipline of a gillied up SAS sniper from the rooftops, killing enemy players before they even have a chance to see you, the glare of your scope and the ringing of your bullets becoming their own personal sleep paralysis demon. Vindicta has the unfortunate predicament of being an online video game character allergic to shoes. Now you can imagine what kind of fan base this might attract. Now I'm surprised that Vindicta mains are able to focus, with the amount of time between kills spent madly sniffing their screen and barking like a dog. Although Vindicta mains are able to unite the enemy team like no other hero, by reminding everyone in the server almost instantaneously, as soon as they first leap into the sky and start hovering like an Obama-era drone, that the knockdown item exists. This doesn't matter though, as you'll simply counterspell everything thrown at you, laughing your head off as you blast the opposing Paradox into a shower of confetti, all because she had the audacity to try and zipline away from a fight they were never going to win. Nowadays, you don't see too many Vindictas. They're a dying breed after the likes of Mina and Silver were added to the game as the more conventional thirst traps for players to sink their teeth into. If you do happen across the flying blue ghost of the cursed apple though, there is a 90% chance that they're my friend, jumping into your server to deal 125k player damage and yet still lose the match regardless. But just remember, when you're up against a Vindicta main, nowhere is safe. They will hunt you down like the dog you are, throw a murder of crows at you like a feathered pipe bomb, tie you to the ground, and then leave a hole in your head so large that Rem can curl up and sleep inside your skull.
By the way, you forgot your briefcase.
Ooh, so this is the thanks I get for working overtime.
Pocket. How is the ADHD diagnosis going for you? Pocket mains are one of the few things in this game that truly scare me. You will very quickly notice when you're up against a pocket main, as they will send a cape flying out of their ass, dash jump into you, transform into a briefcase laced with plastic explosives, cast a plague of frogs on you and your team like some demented Moses figure, and then teleport away to their flying coat of cowardice. I have to respect pocket mains. It can't be easy playing against the likes of Vindicta, who will one-shot one-shot you with a single ability, when your counterpoint requires a bachelor's degree in quantum physics to understand how many buttons you need to press within 0.5 seconds. It's appropriate in lore that Pocket was assassinated and is a dead person walking, as they truly do make me feel dead inside by dominating me for 35 minutes straight, spreading amphibious coronavirus and pelting me with enough spirit damage that it makes my very soul ache. Pocket mains will quite often be the shot caller of the team, as their abilities carry so much weight towards the outcome of effective team fights that they need to be front and centre to win the match, getting off effective afflictions, showing off impressive movement skills, and dancing around the enemy team like a murderous non-binary ballerina. It is absolutely hilarious then to come across a Pocket player who is about as clued up on what they're doing as a 5-year-old at a climate change convention. The dichotomy between Pocket players is astounding. I've come across many Pocket players who will quite happily teleport into a stack of 4 enemy players on the horizon, abandoning their teammates and expecting to stay alive for more than 5 seconds before then screaming expletives into their microphone and disconnecting from the server 10 minutes into the match. I have also been led to victory by Pocket players who appear to have ascended this mortal plane, memorising combos like this is a Street Fighter game, buying every active item possible and hardwiring their keyboard into their nervous system to avoid any undue delays in tearing everything apart. There is no in-between. You're either here to show everyone how it's done, or to lay down and get spanked by Calico repeatedly as she makes sure your twisted twink body stays dead this time. I hope that this edition of What Your Deadlock Main Says About You was a fun ride through the spooky streets of New York. Now, I apologise for the delay between videos. Life has been very busy lately and my job is taking up a lot of time, as well as, well, you know, trying to enjoy what little time I have on this planet as well. I'll try my best to not leave it so long next time, and if you've been here since part 1, then thank you for sticking with me on this journey, and if you're new, consider subscribing for more in the future. And until next time, have a good one.